Designing 11 bathrooms for an 1880s New York City lodging house.
Gotta get out of the car. You signed up for this, mister. We'll take you with us.
So much better. Designing 11 bathrooms for an 1880s New York City lodging house. It's hard.
Simple. So simple.
It's been more stressful than I thought. For some reason, I thought the bathroom is not gonna be an issue. We're going to pick tiles, flooring, easy. It hasn't been. I feel like at this point we've been to the store way more times than we'd like to admit.
A couple times.
Because we've been going back and forth.
Not to mention all the different things you've shown me on
Online.
your phone. Yeah.
Yes.
To prepare to go to the store.
Yes, but in my defense, I will say this. When it comes to things that we work on our house, easy. I'm like, we'll do this. And if it doesn't work, so what? It's okay. But for some reason, because it's for other people, I get way too stressed because I'm like, what if they don't like it? What if they walk in the bathroom and they're like, ew, that's not nice? Or I don't know, I get in my head a lot.
It's your hospitality DNA.
And then
that's stuck in you.
Yeah, and then the imposter syndrome like kicks in. I'm like, obviously I'm not good at doing this. Like, what am I even doing? Designing bathrooms?
I think you're pretty good at it.
Oh, thank you. But that being said, we are going to design the bathrooms and we are going to hope that you're gonna like them. So we thought to take you to our process of like putting together the design for the bathrooms and what that looked like. And I know that for me, it was the part of the building where I felt like we had to go bold, or at least bolder, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're keeping the rooms in the building very simple intentionally. We don't want any design in the simple to compete with the woodwork and all the architectural details. We want them to shine and we want them to be the actual like main
attraction.
Yes.
And it's impossible for some of them not to be.
And that's why we've kept the room simple. But I felt like bathrooms, we gotta go for it.
I think you went for it. I don't know. I think people are going to be impressed that you went for it. Like you said a little bit, like I don't think they're bathrooms people would have necessarily in their own home. But to go visit someplace with a bathroom, like you've shown me and what you have in mind, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, just like an experience where you're staying somewhere just for a few days. It can be different. It can be, the colors can be a little bit more aggressive. Not aggressive, bold. Bold. I like that.
You like seeing bold. It's better than saying big. You're not going big.
We cannot go big. The bathrooms, like that's the other issue.
I won't say it's a limitation, but it's, you only have so much you can work with.
Yes, because the space we had to work with was small. It's New York City. They converted it from a single family to a lodging house. I will say it was a pretty big single family home. Like it was like a mansion for that time.
An estate.
And still is. But going from that to a lodging house and fitting 11 bathrooms in there, obviously they had to make it smaller. So we didn't go big in size, we couldn't. But we had to work with every inch in that space matters. So
I think they're going to feel bigger than they are.
yes.
With what you're doing. I think so.
So keep that in mind because I think it played a part in the tiles.
Yeah.
For the walls that we picked. We felt that the ones that we think we picked, we are not sure yet, but we think the tiles make the space look bigger. And I'll go back to, I'm saying we think we picked the tiles because
I thought we picked the tiles.
so did I, but it's one of those things where like, hey, I need one more visit to the store to make sure that this is the right one. And you know how like you walk in the store, you see, and you're like, yep, this is the one. I'm just waiting for that confirmation and then I'm done. So that being said, you're going to the store one more time. Today, we have to. We have to one more time to walk in and look at it, see what we feel, and get out. Today is the day where we're gonna make the final decision. I know it. You're coming with us. You don't have to get ready. Just sit back, enjoy, and let us know what you think. I'm excited. I'm so excited for you to see the tiles and the flooring. For the flooring, we are thinking about this tile that has this beautiful pattern. It reminds me a little bit of Europe, those historic buildings buildings that their flooring has pattern, and I would say Mediterranean something there. How does the Mediterranean fit in a New York City lodging house? Why not?
Bathrooms are their own little place. You're going bold.
I think it's gonna look nice. But I think we do have a win already, because I know, to me, all this aesthetic part matters, but the most important part is what we've done already with the layouts. They've become so much more efficient now.
I think they're super efficient. I think they're making great use of the space. Never mind that, I don't think we're ever gonna have to deal with any issues with the bathrooms because of the fact of how they were made. They were waterproofed all over. Layouts on the floors.
Membranes.
The sheetrock that was used was built specifically for bathrooms. The quality of this from both the construction standpoint as well as what you're going to do on the finished product is going to be great.
We are ready, on our way. We're going to go to our local store here. It's the same. They have the same tiles and flooring everywhere. And we've already been to the one in Brooklyn.
They're both our local stores at this point.
True. We've been to the one in Brooklyn a few times. I'm not going to say how many times.
We'll leave it at a few.
You like this one? Maya? Is that your choice? No? Yep, no.
The same one. The same one. Yeah, the one with the dark color. Because we're gonna paint the apartment with, you know.
It's nice every time.
Yeah, that's one.
I got it. I'll put it on.
And also this one is
This is a little different.
yeah, this is a little bit green. This one like a little bit yellow.
I like
Yeah, this one is good. This one a little bit more expensive.
Okay, perfect.
Hello? Okay.
What do you think?
I know what I think, but I'm excited to see it in person.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think you have to see it in person.
Okay. Oh, that's
We have a decision to make. We're going to the one here. I'm excited. I feel like today is the day. I'm optimistic. The one thing it's important to mention is that we decided that designing each one of the 11 bathrooms separately and doing different tiles, different floors, it would have been impossible for us. And also, I think that we would really kind of like rush it because of where we are in the project and end up not being happy with the result.
Two of them we did have to design a little bit differently just because of the structure of the building. But I agree. I think that having a uniform look for the bathrooms, A, creates, makes the most sense, but B, also allows you to put like everything into that one design, to think about all the details and everything.
Yes.
Some details would have got lost if you tried to make 11
I agree.
bathrooms.
And with the building being a historic landmark, we do have limitations on what we can do, not on the tile design or like selection or any of that, but because they're going to be brand new. So it's not that you're restoring the existing one. But with the layout, we couldn't do whatever we wanted. So we had to work with a space that was already designated for the bathrooms many, many years ago. And we just redid plumbing, electrical, everything.
I think the only nice thing that we were able to do a little bit different was a lot of the historical bathrooms, they would, what was there, the ceilings were dropped. So now we were able to raise the ceilings up a little bit higher everywhere. Not that they weren't already high enough, but in the bathrooms especially, I think that space is going to make a big difference.
We're talking about like, especially in the parlor floor, 12-foot ceiling.
Yeah, 12 to 14, I think.
Yeah, so it's gonna be nice. But I do believe that focusing on designing one bathroom was definitely the right move. This way, we're also going to have cohesion. It's going to feel more cohesive. You do want that, I feel like, because we're not going for a theme room where every room has a different feel and all this. Like, we want the entire building to be cohesive.
Guests to come in and know what they're getting into. They all have that same feel.
Yeah.
That's the feel that we're hoping this building gives them, which is comfort, that historic feeling.
We're almost at the store, but I found a better filming angle, so we're gonna film some more. Kind of want to show a little peaks of the tiles. I'm not gonna keep it a secret until you see the real thing. So anyone who knows me knows that I have a very hard time keeping a secret.
Didn't think you could keep it a secret.
What? I am an excellent secret keeper. I have kept all of our secrets.
What secrets?
Oh, no, Joey. I'm not going to tell you because I am an excellent secret keeper.
You tell me later.
You already know.
Not other people's secret, my secrets. Like, I can keep a project and not share.
You've told me many times that you have a secret that you're not going to tell me, and you make it sometimes as long as like 7 minutes before you tell me.
By secrets, I mean I was trying to throw him a birthday surprise party. And I was like, I have to tell you.
You just get so excited about what you're doing.
Right now I want to show just one thing. Like, look at this, isn't this cute? I also feel seeing it online versus in person, it's a whole different thing. Like, I cannot get the real feel just by looking it online. I have to touch it and see the actual colors. They're just so different.
Yeah, the colors, depending on what computer you're using, that'll look different.
So different. How desperate was I to have a coffee that I just poured it in one of our girls' water bottles. We're here. I'll take it as a good sign that it's nice and sunny. You gotta get out of the car. You're coming too.
Having some smoothie.
Are you trying to avoid this?
Not avoiding.
You signed up for this, mister. We'll take you with us.
Oh, what do you think of these? Interesting.
What do you think of this? Specifically. This one.
What do you think?
I think it did speak to us.
You think this is it?
We have the one. How beautiful is this? You see all the details, the different colors. And these are going to be the wall tiles. It's green, but it's glass. So you see the reflection, and it's different colors depending on light.
And what you have in the background.
And
also.
what you have in the background?
Yeah, because they were saying that it could change a little bit if you put like a white glue versus a gray glue versus a black glue.
It changes the
When
color.
you're putting it up, it will adjust it a little bit.
Floors, walls.
I think it's going to be nice.
You see the different shades. This is more like blue. Sapphire, you said it was called?
Sapphire, that's what it's called.
And ours is more green. Evergreen. It's like you work here, mister. You know all the names.
I don't work here, but I could after the number of times we've been to these stores.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to Floor and Decor. How can I help you? Got the entrance down.
Also thinking about this one for the walls, but I didn't like the different shades in there. It's not just,
A little more blue.
yeah, it's not just plain green. I feel like going to the store was the best thing we could have done.
It was a success.
It just feels right. You see it and you're like, yes, this is 1,000% it. It is. I was going back and forth. Maybe it's too dark. Maybe it's too much. No, it's the right color. It's just perfect.
I think it matches exactly what you've been talking about.
Now that I know, I'm gonna show you the design. This is what I have in my mind. Now that we officially have the tiles and the flooring, we can show you the design.
Are you ready?
Yes.
To show everyone all your hard work and thought that went into this? Trips?
I am.
I think you are. I think they're ready too.
Okay. Yosemite's ready too. Yosemite, you ready? You ready? You ready?
Wow, she's not ready for that.
She's ready. She's ready. She's ready. Is somebody ready? You wanna see the tiles too? I am not going to delay this any further, and I'm not going to allow my fears and stress to hide this from you. So here it is.
That's it.
And now, the question is, full tile or half tile? What would you choose? Because we're debating whether to do what? Where are you smiling?
I can't help but smile.
Why?
One decision, cross it off the list. Let's move on to the next.
Just taking Yosemite's hair off my mouth. This is what restoring
This is what it is. I get it.
a historic landmark
allowed to smile
is.
about it.
Going from one decision to
Yeah.
the other, back
Yep.
to back to back to
And it's
back.
fun.
We are debating whether to keep floor to ceiling tile all the way up, full tile. It's gonna be green. It's gonna be bold. It's going to be impressive. Or half tile. I feel that the half tile matches the townhouse historic more. Historically, they had that wainscoting tile height, but I am a little bit torn because if we really want to be historically correct, we are not. The tiles that we've picked, the
Yeah.
flooring, they're different. They're not that. Do we just embrace the fact that, hey, we are designing this from scratch, new 2026, and let's see how they're going to blend in with the rest of the house and the history? Because I feel like by pretending that it's 1880s, we might
Running water probably wouldn't have the same water pressure.
they wouldn't. They wouldn't have the same shower fixtures. That's true. Maybe I'm complicating it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's been tough to find that balance.
Yeah.
Of modern amenities and comfort and the things that everyone expects when they stay someplace versus restoring something factually or actually how it was, because that's not always the most comfortable because it won't have the amenities and the stuff that people look for. There have been some dates and designs in the last 150 years.
Yeah.
And how people view things and what it does to your eye when you see something.
I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are on this. Until then, let us know, half tile, full tile, and next week we're gonna come back with update on the bathrooms and the woodwork that we're still working on. So far, we've done some progress. I'm only gonna say this. We've moved to the parlor level. That's it. See you next week. Thank you for being here.